This stupid light on. Oh.
A sandwich without mayo? That's not a sandwich that I would eat at all. Hello, it's me, Brian, again. And have you ever gone into your kitchen and you went to make a sandwich and you found out there was no mayo? Well, that happened to me several years ago. And luckily, through good fortune and the internet, I found a recipe that I was able to make myself, and I made my own mayo. It was the best mayo that I ever had. I'm here today to tell you a little bit of information about mayo. First, I'm going to tell you a couple facts about mayonnaise that I find truly remarkable. Secondly, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how to make mayo. And finally, I'm going to tell you how you can spice it up and just make it a little better. First, the facts. In 2014, an article published by Dina Shanker titled 12 Facts About Mayonnaise That Might Surprise You. She stated that more than $2 billion had been spent by American people in 2013 on mayonnaise alone. That's more than any other condiment, more than even ketchup. That's a lot of people. Means that mayonnaise is the most popular condiment. Another fact that I find fascinating about mayonnaise is that it's made through a process called emulsion. Emulsion is just the mixture of two different things that aren't meant to mix, such as oil and water, using something called an emulsifier to mix them. In mayonnaise, it uses egg, and you mix together oil and a liquid to make the mayonnaise. So mayonnaise is not just a great condiment, it's also a good science experiment. Now we've talked a little bit about the science behind and some of the facts behind mayonnaise. Let's go on and use this process so we can have a snack. The recipe that I'm going to talk about is from TopSecretRecipes.com, a recipe by Todd Wilbur, written in 2013. First, you're going to need a measuring cup to fill with vinegar, lemon juice, water, salt, and sugar. And another measuring cup, oil. You want to make sure it has a pour spout because you're going to need to drizzle this very slowly during this process. You're also going to need an egg yolk that's separated from the egg. You're going to add this to a blender. For this process, I use a blender, but you can use a food processor or a whisk. You just want to make sure that whatever you use is running the whole time. So to start with, you're going to put the egg yolk in the blender. Run it on low for about 20 to 25 seconds. Following this, we're going to add half of the mixture with the lemon juice in it. Blend it for another 20 to 25 seconds. Now the next part of the process is the most important. We're going to splash just a little bit of oil in there and let it run for maybe another 20 to 25 seconds. Following which, we're going to drizzle the oil very slowly into the blender over the whole time, always going very slow, making sure that it mixes in thoroughly and it's getting thicker. When it's about halfway through, the mixture should be very thick, almost creamy. At this point, we're going to add the rest of the mixture of the vinegar and lemon juice and run it for another 20 to 25 seconds. After which, we're going to continue drizzling the rest of the oil into the mixture until it's complete and we have a rich mayonnaise. See how simple that is? Just a few steps and we have mayonnaise. Now, what can we do with it? Well, if you're going to add anything to the mayonnaise, you want to make sure to do it after the process is complete because you don't want to ruin the consistency of the mayonnaise before it's done. If you want it to be zesty, I suggest diced up jalapenos and cilantro. You can also use taco seasoning from the store, as well as they make a lot of different kinds of salad dressing mixes that are powders that you can just add to mayonnaise. Another thing that you can do is you can add ketchup and relish to make a burger dressing, as well as you can just add mustard and relish to make sandwich spread. Now, the good thing about this sandwich spread is that you can use it to mix it with chicken or tuna to make a good salad or eggs. Now, we talked a little bit about the scientific process and facts regarding mayonnaise, how it's the most popular condiment, and it uses emulsion in order to become mayonnaise. We've also talked a little bit about how to make mayonnaise using the same process. And then finally, we talked about what you can do to make the mayonnaise better. I've been making this mayonnaise for several years now, and I think it's the best mayonnaise that you can make. Is doing it yourself. It's tasty and inexpensive, as well as you can store it in your fridge for a few weeks, as long as you put a lid on it. Enjoy your mayo.
Time.